UK thrash metal. This is an EP, 6-song EP from Re-Animator. This is Deny Reality. Again, found this in a store in California for cheap. Grabbed it, snatched it up in great condition. I like Reanimator. I have all their studio albums and this EP on CD. You never find their stuff on vinyl, especially in the US, so I snatched this sucker up in a second. Haven't even given it a spun yet. I do have it on vinyl. I mean, on CD, like I said, so I've heard it before. 6 songs. Yeah, 6 songs. Including a very short 20-second track, but regardless. Thrash metal from the UK. This one just showed in the previous video. Actually, it was Olaf who showed his copy. He had number 4 of 4. I have number 2 of 4. This is the Recon Behind Enemy Lines test pressing. And I do work with Rocks and for Rocks and do a lot of their artwork. I did the reissue artwork for this. So as part of, you know, his payment, I guess, or whatever he wants to, you know, I do listen to all his stuff as soon as it comes out on record and on my system, let him know what I think of it before he gives the record plans are okay. So that's where this came from. Recon Behind Enemy Lines, the 1 of 4 test pressings of that awesome album from the early 80s. I described their sound in another video as a triangle of, so you got this triangle going like this, and you've got Iron Maiden on one side, and you've got Metallica up top here, and you've got Queensryche down here. You put the 4 together, and that's what you get with Recon. Found this locally in Albuquerque, used. Slayer, Season of the Abyss. I'm sorry. Slayer, South of Heaven. I don't know why I said Season of the Abyss. Wow, this, you just never see Slayer stuff in stores anymore, and if it is, it's way overpriced. Shockingly, this was not overpriced. It was almost the same as what you think of just a few years ago paying for a new vinyl. So I can't say I got it for like $5, you know, but I definitely got it for under $20, and it's in perfect condition. And it has all the inserts in it and whatnot. It is a reissue. I assume it's a reissue. Looks like a reissue to me, but the classic album from Slayer, 1988. Very good album from them, actually. I actually think it's better than the album preceded it, although most people say they prefer that album. Whatever. One I did get online. I've been trying to get the Leviticus records. This is the American pressing of The Strongest Power. There are several other pressings and other covers of this. This being on the Pure Metal label from the 80s. I believe Aaron, the Metal Theologian, also picked this one up recently. I already had their first record, the Pure Metal version. Love to find some of their, you know, their Swedish releases. Good luck, right? But glad to find this one. Got this one off Discogs for fairly cheap, and it's in very good condition. So Pure Metal Records, Leviticus, their second album, The Strongest Power. They were a power trio there too. Those first 2 Leviticus albums are probably their best. Funny enough, when I got that album back in the 80s, I didn't like it that much, and it wasn't because it wasn't good. I just think I was so into thrash, I was overlooking all that straightforward heavy metal stuff, especially the stuff that has a big 70s influence like that. But regardless, great album. This is Mama's Boy, Turn It Up. Almost have the entire Mama's Boys collection. A band I got into in recent years heavily. Power trio from Ireland. Straightforward hard rock heavy metal with a new wave of British heavy metal sound. And some violins, which is, you know, unusual for that time period. It's pretty funny. You can tell these guys had just gotten some. They got Lee, the Ultimate Jeans, so they had obviously gotten some sponsorship by Lee Jeans. So they're all wearing brand new denim jackets, brand new denim, you know, pants, and all have Lee T-shirts on. So that's pretty funny. Regardless, you know, I remember hearing Megadeth talk about getting a sponsorship, getting brand new Nike sneakers. He goes, that's why you see all the pictures of us in these ratty old jeans and tore up band t-shirts, but brand new sneakers from Nike, because Nike sponsored a lot of those bands. Well, here we got Lee Jeans sponsoring Irish band Mama's Boy. Turned Up's a good album. It's still solid, still heavy, still raw, still rock and roll, and I dig this record quite a bit. They would go into a more commercial direction in future records. Album cover's a little provocative, but Turn It Up, Mama's Boys. Glad to finally have a copy. Yes, one of my favorite albums of 2016, without a doubt. What a comeback record. Well, I shouldn't even say that. This is their second album since return of, second full-length record since the return of Joey Belladonna, Anthrax. Many people have shown this in the VC, but it does have this plastic sleeve on it, and you can see the artwork underneath of it, under here. Man, what a great record this is. I've done a review on, I did a kind of a review on it on No Less to Metal, and also a review when I showed it in my car as a What's Spinning video. Just decided to grab the vinyl before it disappeared. Had a gift card for Amazon, and that's where I grabbed it from. Not too long ago, I showed a record, 2013 release from Cold Steel. This is another release from Cold Steel. This is the demo years. I wasn't too sure about picking this up because you know, some of these 80s demos, even if it be the late 80s, early 90s, just the sound quality is just, you know, bleh. But shockingly, the sound quality on this Cold Steel is very good, and these songs are great. It's a shame that this band didn't get a little more exposure and kind of, you know, disappeared for a long time until finally coming back just a few years ago. Blue vinyl. Cold Steel, the demo years, more thrash metal. Can't get enough of it. I love thrash metal. If I could pick, you know, my favorite styles of metal, it would be really hard, but thrash metal would definitely be up towards the top, along with like 70s stuff like Aerosmith and Nugent and Lizzy. Those, I mean, that and thrash, just stuff I listen to a lot. And then there's doom and heavy metal, and there's just so much great stuff. Independent release from Mirror Records from Immaculate Mary. Forgot about this band. Harmless Rebel showed this album several months ago. This band's from Rochester, New York, and I've seen this band, or at least I was familiar with them. I can't say I've seen them live, but I've seen them in person. How am I supposed to say that? I met them, there you go, at the House of Guitars in Rochester, New York, when I was in college. Would have been in about 1988, 89. And I believe they did a record signing. I think that's where we saw them at. Regardless, they're on Mirror Records, Mirror being the label put on by the House of Guitars. Huge record store and music store out in Rochester if you are ever around the area. I'm sure it's still there. Decent record too. Solid heavy metal. This band actually is in the Guinness Book of World Records for, I don't know, loudest band or something like that. And I believe inside this, there's this little booklet in here. It came with this little booklet, and as part of it you can see the world record, Guinness Book of World Records. This is to certify that loudest pop group, Immaculate Mary, 123 decibels at 50 meters, July 1988. So I guess there's that. Of course, that's not why I bought it. I bought it because I, you know, lived in Rochester for 4 years, along with Dirty Looks. These guys were pretty much, and Uncle Sam. You know, these bands are all playing around the local area, and I remember them playing. Never did get to see them live, but like I said, did get to meet them once. More German metal, Faithful Breath. This is their live album. Been adding more and more Faithful Breath to the collection. Of course, these guys broke up, I believe, right after this record, and became, several of the members went on to form Risk, speed metal band Risk. But this is a very good live record. Always loved the Viking look of the band. B-sides got a lot of cool releases, German releases. Faithful Breath live. Kind of has that German sound, you know, like Accept. Yeah, I mean, Accept's probably a good, you know, a good comparison. A very good friend of mine, Brian Dale, gave me this quite a while ago, and he asked me several times when I was going to show it. And again, I explained that, you know, I just haven't had time to do this video, so I'm really happy to have it. I have Malice's second album. This is their first album called In the Beginning. Straightforward, heavy metal. I just, you know, Vicious Rumors, maybe closest as I can come up with as a comparison. Somewhat U.S. power metalish, a little more commercial than your typical, you know, Metal Church album or Malaya Rage or something like that. Regardless, still a very good album. A little more raw than their second album. I don't know. You know, a very professional look for the 80s. Big hair. You know, what can I say? It's 80s metal, you know. It had that larger-than-life showmanship, and I love that about 80s metal. It's something that's sorely missing from a lot of modern music. Malice, In the Beginning. Thank you very much, Brian Dale. Very much appreciated. Had to snag this one. This is the 50th anniversary deluxe edition of Scorpions, Taken by Force. There it is. It sounds fantastic. Came with a also came with a CD, and the CD contains bonus tracks, all from the same time period, demos, and a couple unfinished tracks, and a song called "Suspended Love" that was a B-side single. Of course, this being Julie Roth there, the last Julie Roth album, studio album, and the original cover art, which I've never owned before, so I snagged this up quickly. Like I said, it sounds great. It has been remastered for vinyl, and it sounds really good. Also came with a... pretty sure it came with something else on the inside. Let me see what else is in here. Oh yeah, okay. I remember now. Has the original, the U.S. Taken by Force cover on the inside on the inner sleeve. For some reason I was thinking it had something else inside of it. Let's see. No, that's it. It came with the CD and the color inner sleeve, so... Scorpions, Taken by Force. I think it was, what, 79 that album came out? Originally? Because of the year on the back of this thing. 77, I was off. By 2. 77. Taken by Force. Sail to Sharon, one of my favorite songs of any band. Just a killer song by Julie Roth. Steam Rock Fever, Will Burn the Sky. He's a Woman, She's a Man. Suspended Love. There's just... Oh, by the way, Suspended Love's also on the vinyl, too. All good stuff. We're getting there. If this is going to be a long video, I might have to break it up into 2 pieces. The reissue of Death Angel, Frolic to the Park, more thrash metal, slightly more melodic side to the band. Contained the song Bored, which I thought was hilarious. Still love it to this day. I'm bored. What I like about this remaster, dig the center spread, the gatefold, the band photo. Sound quality is fantastic. Two records. Opaque blood red vinyl. Metal Blade Records. What I don't like about it, they split the album up into 2. It was originally a single album. Should have stayed a single album. You've basically got 2 songs on each side. A couple of 3-song sides, but it just seems like every 2 minutes you gotta get up, or 10 minutes, well, every, what, 10 minutes you gotta get up and change the record over. Really would have rather this had been on the single album, and for that reason I'm kind of hoping I'll find an original again one of these days, because I just find that to be slightly annoying. Also, there is a poster, I believe there's a poster in here, was there not? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Yeah, I was wrong, there is no poster in here. That's because I'm thinking of this album. Oops. Death Angel. This is Thrashumentary, a live album. This is their last... They have a new album coming out, but this is their last album that was released live in San Francisco. Great sound, a little bit of old, a little bit of new. I saw these guys last year with 3 Inches of Blood opening, and they were great. And this is a great testimony of how good they are live. This one comes with a poster. Not a poster that I would probably ever put up. It's kind of one of those collage posters. Kind of cool, but you can kind of tell that the photos were taken, a lot of them were taken offline, so they're very fuzzy, and I don't know. I mean, I'm a graphic designer. Maybe it bothers me more than others. I personally would have spent some time cleaning up those photos and doing something a little better. Just plain black vinyl on Nuclear Blast. One small bummer about this album, I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but it took a ding in the mail. And it totally was wrapped correctly. It was all the post office. It was not the seller's fault. I decided not to bother returning it. Kind of bothers me a little bit, but then again, you know what? The seller actually went out of their way to package it right, and the post office went out of their way to destroy it. So I decided not to take it out on the seller. It's just a small band. I can deal with it, I think. Almost there. This is we're getting there. Like I said, this might have to be a 2-parter. We'll see. This is a new Anvil. Anvil is Anvil. I showed this in a recent What's Spinning video. Talked about it quite a bit. Don't have to do it again. It's got the bonus track, Never Going to Stop. I don't know why it's called a bonus track. It's on everything I've ever seen, including the self-released version that I purchased directly from the band as part of their Kickstarter. 2-album set. I've talked about it before. You know, I'll try and remember to put a link above so you can click on the video, hear more about it. 180 gram vinyl, heavy, very nice packaging. About half the songs in here kill, the other half are okay. That's all I'm going to say about this one. Anvil is Anvil. This is the Steam Hammer version, 2-album set. I haven't heard this one yet. This one came in the mail. This is probably more melodic, 80s style metal. This is Trouble by Jagged Edge. And you can kind of see the back. It's got the 4 members from the different countries, with the flags from different countries they're from. Maybe some of you guys know more about this one. I haven't actually spun this one yet. Here is the inner sleeve. What do you know about Jagged Edge? Kenneth, this one looks like it's right up your alley. Maybe you know who these guys are. I bet you do. Let me know what you think of them if you watch this video. Alright, we're almost there. This one, acoustic album from UK's My Silent Wake. Very, very good album. I'm not huge into acoustic albums, but there's something about this. It's very dark, very atmospheric, kind of haunting almost. Just a great album. And this was actually a gift from my buddy Trog. Trog is a huge My Silent Wake fan. Ian Arkley, of course, being the main man behind the band. I think I own everything that he put out on vinyl now. This was one I was missing. So he's managed to get a copy of this for me. Originally released, I think, on CD on Bombworks Records. Happy to have it. Black vinyl. Black vinyl on with a custom center ring. All right, we're almost there. 1, 2, 2 more. I've been grabbing these up as they've been coming out. This is the 3-album set, and I got this for a killer price. Days of Purgatory. This is a compilation, re-recordings of the old Iced Earth material with Matthew Barlow on vocals, and this is just a fantastic album. I have the 3-album set on CD and the 2-CD version as well. Now I have the 3-LP version on vinyl. This is brand new. I haven't even cracked the seal on this one yet. I will eventually, and I'll listen to it, but I'm not sure how this thing is packaged. I have a feeling it's just a gatefold with one stuffed in the middle. So, like I said, 3-album set, and I got it for a great price because all the ones I've seen have been very pricey, and I can understand that being a 3-album set. And one of my favorite Iced Earth albums, was glad this finally came out on vinyl, Something Wicked This Way Comes. One of Matthew Barlow's finest with the band. Superb American power metal, speed metal, melodic at times, heavy at others. I've even heard people call them thrash. I wouldn't go that far, but still a great album from Florida's Iced Earth. And that's it. Whew, that's a lot of records. The April and May edition of Rock and Metal Update. Hope you enjoyed it. Lots of stuff in there. Probably more stuff than you cared to see. But regardless, I hope if there's something you saw that caught your attention, was something in there that you knew about that I didn't know about, you might let me know about it in the comments below. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up if you liked it, and definitely subscribe. And if you feel up to it, share it. You know, that's it. God bless. Stay strong.